Have you ever been in a situation where a small, trivial event ruined your entire mood? Like spilling coffee on your shirt or missing a green light just because someone in front was too slow? Imagine if you could control your emotions in those moments and not let them control you. Today we'll explore the powerful story of Gautam Buddha and how the wisdom he shared can transform your life, bringing peace and mastery over your emotions. Once upon a time, there was a king who ruled over a prosperous country. One day, he decided to visit a neighboring kingdom, intrigued by the stories of the wisdom of its ruler. The king was welcomed warmly, and a grand feast was prepared in his honor. However, during the feast, the visiting king noticed a fly in his soup. He was disgusted and ordered his servant to bring him another bowl immediately. The neighboring king noticed this reaction and calmly said, "Your Majesty, please do not be angry. It is just a small fly. It really doesn't matter." The visiting king responded, "I cannot tolerate such things. Even a small fly can ruin my mood." The neighboring king smiled gently and said, "Your Majesty, allow me to give you a piece of advice. It is not the fly that ruined your mood, but your reaction to it. We all have the power to control our emotions. Do not let them control you." Hearing this, the visiting king realized the wisdom behind these words. He returned to his kingdom and began practicing the art of not reacting to situations that previously triggered his emotions. Over time, he found himself more composed, able to make better decisions even in challenging situations. The lesson is clear. It wasn't the fly that had power over the king, but the king's reaction. This is a powerful lesson for all of us, as we often react to situations impulsively without taking a moment to think. These knee-jerk reactions can harm our relationships, ruin opportunities, and disturb our peace of mind. In another part of the world, there lived a young man named Michael. He was known for his short temper and impulsive reactions. He would often get angry over the smallest issues, say hurtful things, and regret them later. One day, Michael realized that his anger was doing more harm than good. Determined to change, he began practicing mindfulness and meditation. Whenever he felt his emotions rising, he would take a deep breath, step back, and reflect. At first, it was not easy. Anger doesn't vanish overnight. But with consistent practice, Michael found himself in control more often. Gradually, Michael's relationships with others began to improve. He was no longer getting into arguments or causing hurt feelings. Instead, he communicated calmly, which helped him to build stronger connections with people around him. His transformation was so profound that one day, a friend came to him for advice, admiring his calm demeanor. Michael shared his experience of mindfulness and the power of not reacting, encouraging his friend to try the same. The power of not reacting doesn't mean we suppress our emotions. Emotions are natural, and it's important to acknowledge them. What matters is how we choose to respond, taking a thoughtful pause instead of reacting impulsively. Take a real-life story. Imagine someone being constantly criticized at work. Most of us would either snap back or internalize the resentment, both of which lead to unhappiness. But those who understand the power of not reacting might take a deep breath and respond with grace or simply let go. They understand that other people's actions are often reflections of their own state, not something that should control our emotions. Imagine a young woman named Clara. She was constantly criticized by her boss, and initially she let it affect her deeply. Every comment was like a thorn, making her bitter and upset. But Clara realized this bitterness was only harming her. She decided to practice non-reactivity. Whenever criticized, she would listen calmly, assess if the feedback was valid, and let go of anything that wasn't. Over time, Clara found a new sense of freedom. Her boss's words no longer had power over her mood or her self-worth. As Buddha once said, holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. It is important that we learn to let go, to understand that our reactions are within our control, and ultimately, they shape our lives. The mind is everything. What you think, you become. If we react out of anger, we only perpetuate more suffering for ourselves and those around us. Michael continued to practice the art of not reacting, and soon he became known for his calm and thoughtful demeanor. People admired his strength and resilience, and they turn to him for guidance during tough times. His journey is a reminder that by controlling our emotions, we can significantly improve our relationships and overall well-being. The stories of the two kings, Michael and Clara, teach us an invaluable lesson. We may not be able to control what happens to us, but we can always control how we respond. Practicing mindfulness and the art of not reacting can help us lead happier, more fulfilling lives. So the next time you face a challenging situation, remember, pause, breathe, and think. Do not let your emotions dictate your actions. Let your actions be led by reason and not by reaction. As Buddha wisely said, peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. Take this time to cultivate the powerful skill of non-reactivity and let it transform your life for the better. What do you think? Can you see how this powerful lesson can change your life? Share your experiences in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more inspiring content on mastering your mind and emotions. Together, we can create a calmer, happier world.